All right. Authentic answers. Euros 2024, the England recap. Let's get into this. Um, England won, Serbia nil. This England squad has been spoken about as one of the best attacking England teams we've seen in a while. But in all honesty, it was very disappointing. Um, there's a lot of stars in the England team. We have Harry Kane, Golden Boot across the top five leagues. You have Phil Foden, the English Premier League Player of the Season, and you have Jude Bellingham, Spain's Player of the Year for La Liga. Um, Obviously, there are other players, but when you just look at those three, you're thinking there should be a lot of creativity, there should be a lot of goals, there should be a lot of flair, and it just doesn't happen. There's a few reasons why I feel England are not going to get the best out of the players that they have. First of all, start with Harry Kane, the captain. I think for a while now, he hasn't had any competition for his place. Um, Obviously, you have Ollie Watkins had a brilliant season at Aston Villa, but in the England shirt, we haven't seen him lift off yet. You have Tony that has also been taken. Started off alright after his comeback from his ban, but since then we haven't really seen much of him. So that's a question mark. Maybe Kane's just a bit too comfortable. Still comes short too often. He's not a vocal point as in terms of a striker. You just like I think he even had a goal line clearance at one stage. Like he's trying to do too much, which is taking away what we want to see Harry Kane do and score goals. So Harry Kane, if you're listening, just stay up front and score the goals. Leave all of the rest of that stuff for the other players. It's not your job. Phil Foden. Now, the thing with Phil Foden that he doesn't get a blight what Kane does. There is competition for his place. There is competition for that left-hand side. And I've heard a lot of arguments when it was, is he the best player in the league for the Prem? He can play in any position. Right wing, he can play number 10, or he can play left wing. But when he plays left wing for England, he's non-existent. And I was listening to Rio and Cesc Fabregas completely destroy Michael Richards' thought process of why Phil Foden is not playing well. And realistically, he's in a team. Yes, it's not the City team, but he should still know what to do when you're playing football. I saw Phil Foden kicking the ball long, just passing it straight back to the player. Like, if he was at City, he would have been told off for that. Pep would have literally grilled him. But he gets into an England shirt and it's like he forgets everything that made him good. Yes, he might not be as comfortable on the left as he would be as a number 10, but you're still in a position where you can affect the game. A lot of the time, like I said, I felt he was very cautious. He didn't try anything that was risky. He doesn't crave the ball. Last 10 minutes, I thought he maybe came into the game, but for 80 odd minutes, there was times where people passing the ball and he passes it straight back because he doesn't want to do anything. Maybe he's scared, don't know, but when you look at him compared to Jude, and for me, I've said for a while, Jude for me is not the greatest of the way people speak about him. I feel like the Musialas and that, I think they're more talented, but we'll see with Jude, you know what you're going to get with him. He's going to give you his all, he's going to try hard, and he's going to make his presence felt. Where with Foden, you would have to ask somebody, right, is he even playing? Like, if you was to explain to someone who was regarded as the best player in the Premier League, which people say is the best league in the world, it would be hard for you to say it was him, because most of the time he's not in the game. And then you think, why are you not in the game? I don't want to hear this, oh, it's the City system and all of that. If you're a baller, you can play. And Fabregas said something where he played as a number 9 for Spain and he made it work. So if you really are about your football life, you will make it work. And then the last person, Jude Bellingham, did get the goal. Very good goal. People say it's always just a header, but you know what? If he doesn't score that goal, you think where else was the goals going to come from? But yeah, Jude does what it says on the tin. Simple as that. You can tell he's a serial winner, and he's the only one that probably looks like he would actually tell other players around him, no, fix up. Come on, let's do this. Moving on to other players, Bukayo Saka. Don't know why he's getting the bad reviews that he's been getting. I felt like he played all right. Again, anything that was coming from England, it was coming from that right-hand side. He done very well, got the assist for the goal. So I think Saka's done all right. Rice, I feel Rice is going to be very key for England because you need somebody to actually sit deep and actually protect the back four because the back four is not very strong. Trent, I was a bit of mixed emotions. I like the fact that he can cross, he's good on set pieces, he's good on the ball in terms of passing, but defensively, his awareness around that centre midfield, I just don't know if he's got it in him. But to be fair, he doesn't play that often, so we have to kind of give him a little leeway in terms of like, just calm down a bit. But when you do look at the options, you've got Kobbie Mainoo and you've got Conor Gallagher. None of them really fill me with much confidence right now, but I do feel like maybe Mainoo might actually start the next game. Carl Walker, John Stones, I've said for a while now, they are the most experienced in terms of that back four that actually need to lead by example. And John Stones, I just don't know if he's got it in him to really lead England throughout that whole tournament as being that number 1 centre back. What's his name? Is it Gay from Crystal Palace? I thought he had a solid game, wasn't too bad. Trippier, we need Luke Shaw fit. Thank you, Trippier, for doing the job, but we need a left-sided, left-footed left back. It's clear as day. We need that to happen. It gives England much more balance. And you know what? I think it might even give Phil Foden or whoever else is on the left more balance because it just didn't work. The left-hand side was just isolated. It was non-existent. Pickford, clean sheet, does what he needs to do. Not too bad. I think the biggest thing for Gareth Southgate right now is the way all of these players individually play for their clubs. He needs to transfer that into the national team because these players just don't forget how to play ball. Do you get what I'm saying? Every single person, and people say, oh, but it's the teams that they're in. But if you look at England's players individually, they're all as good, if not better, than the players that they play with at their club level. So I think maybe it is more down to a mentality thing. And England just need to be ruthless. Like, stop worrying about what the other team is doing and just focus on the strengths that England actually have. Kane, stay up front. Jude, Foden, Saka, somehow they need to make it work. They have to make it work. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't be scoring that many goals over this season and then get to a tournament and then it's like you've forgotten how to play football. I was happy to see Bowen get a chance. Definitely like an underdog story. The way he's come from to now actually being in a major tournament for England. I think going forward, it would be nice to maybe see a bit of Cole Palmer. There's somebody that's going to try something different. I'm not saying he has to start, but it would be good to see him get some minutes. Eze, definitely think it would be good for him to get some minutes. I think when you do look at that left-hand side, you think, could a Grealish or a Rashford have gone just to give them a little something different? Rashford definitely a lot more direct tournament football. Sometimes that's what you need. Every game is like a cup final. But yeah, like Gareth, I think that's the main thing for him to focus on now is just getting England back on track and scoring goals and being fearless. What was your thoughts on England's opening game against Serbia? Was you surprised at the formation? Is anybody that you think that might come in? Let me know your thoughts. Will England top the group? Will they come out of the group? Authentic answers. Peace.